Hello everyone. Sorry for jumping into this running. We have already got the games up and fighting as we come up on the end of the first round. Sorry for starting fast to you guys today. That was the Trinity's Falco winning against the Pocono Mountain East High School Ganon. We are going to be going into round 2 of this fight in just a second. I'll be right back. We go. Hiller's switching over to match the Ganondorf energy. We're going to be taking the fight to small battlefield. And first strike goes to the Hillers, taking their opponent all the way up to about 60%. Oh, Pocono's finally getting a little damage. Hiller's already got them up to 100% and off stage. One stock down. Hiller's sitting at about 13% damage. Already got Pocono back up to 44%. And Pocono looking to keep their distance and trying to figure out what we're up to. Getting some good damage in. Hiller's already got them up over 118%, 138%. And that last strike will kill. Coming up on Pocono's last stock, Hiller's still looking frosty at 50% damage. Hiller's actually getting knocked up to 80%. Pocono's definitely bringing in some more heat on this last stock. Hiller's sitting at 121% right now, as Poconos are definitely shifting gears and taking down their first stock against the Hillers. Hillers on a fresh stock coming at Pocono. Got them up to 90%. And that will launch them into orbit. That is round 2 going to the Hillers using a Ganondorf. We'll be changing up players here in just a second. And hey, to all of you out there in the Trinity area, be careful out there. We have tornado warnings. Please make sure you're somewhere safe and dry. So it's gonna be Kazuya for the Hillers versus Pyramithra going to small battlefield. And some cheers in the room for Miko Mithra. Miku, I apologize. Gonna have to give up my Toku card for that one. And Hillers putting in some damage. Pyramithra up to almost 60. Kazuya getting knocked to almost 70, though always remember when it comes to Kazuya, they almost want to get to that 100% just so they can have that extra power. And that uppercut takes out Pyramithra. Alright, Kazuya coming up to the red line, and Poconos should be careful. The next hit he can unleash might just be devastating. So they're sitting nice and spiffy at a 0% damage right at this moment. Hiller's still holding on to that red line, and boom! Good hit, takes out 50% of the Mithra. So, Kazuya sitting at 156 now. Let's see if he can make it back to the edge. Oh, jumps up over that first hit. Oh, and Hiller's down a stock. Stock's evened out. Pyramithra for Pocono at 54%. Hiller's still mostly fresh. And there goes Pyramithra. Kazuya sitting at 33%. And Pyramithra going off stage there, trying to avoid the oncoming train. Definitely worked out, got the advantage and started landing some hits here. Pocono's up to 112. Hiller's still got 2 stocks and 72%. So they're going to have to step it up to take down a stock and cut through another. Damage totals, well, we're equaled out, but now Hiller's on their last stock, taking a beating from Pyramithra, who is absolutely turning this fight around. Still sitting at 118. But all it takes is a couple good hits with the Pyramithra, and you can easily 0 to death your opponent if you know what you're doing. And that will be the round. Hiller's taking that last stack, while they themselves are sitting at 81% on their last stock. Close round, close round. We'll be coming into the next one in just a moment. Poconos keeping with the Pyramithra. Hillers moving over to a Diddy Kong. We're going to be taking the fight to Hollow Bastion from Square Enix's Kingdom Hearts. Here we go. Pyramithra coming out of the gate swinging and getting Diddy up to almost 30% here. Diddy returning fire, taking Pyramithra up to 30%, but Pyramithra got off the edge and was just a little under the lip and could not make that recovery. Diddy getting knocked to almost 70% here. Pyramithra sitting at 23%. And there goes Diddy. Damage totals pretty equal at the moment, along with stock totals. It is still anyone's match right here. And Diddy just yeeting them off the side. Pyramithra up over 100%. Oh! And lands a solid one in Diddy's face, knocking him off the map. Hillers still taking damage from Pyramithra. Pyramithra sitting at 123.4. That was pretty interesting there for a moment. Pyramithra still taking damage, but staying on stage. Diddy just not being able to connect the big ones to take down the stock. And that is the last we'll see of Diddy. Second round here going to Pyramithra. Back after character and stage select. Back to Kazuya. Pyramithra remain the same. We go to Kalos in the Pokemon League. And here we go. Pyramithra starting off the round with the damage. Oh, dang. Pyramithra taking it all the way up to 51% on that exchange without taking a hit themselves. And here we go. Kazuya starting to answer back. Kazuya up to 85%. Pyramithra. Oh! Let's just call that Kazuya down 1 stock. Pyramithra sitting at 39 with 3 stocks. Pyramithra taking no guff this round from Kazuya. And here we go. Stocks evened out as Kazuya evens up the damage as well. Kazuya doing some jackhammering combos, trying to get the damage percentage up on Pyramithra. And he just took a heavy punch. Hiller's down to their last stock on this one. Both combatants getting up there. Pyramithra almost at 100%. Kazuya nearly 75. And there we go. Stocks are even again, but Kazuya is really hurting. And this Pyramithra has definitely zeroed in and is locked on for kill. Kazuya is still trying to get those damages up. He's on the red line. This might be just the move he needs. That he still has to connect that heavy smack. Oh, and is that enough? Is that enough? Can they recover? They have recovered. Kazuya 145, Pyramithra 142. The next good hit definitely can finish this match. Oh! And Pyramithra pulling out the win with the last hit. GG's, Pocono. GG's. That was a fight. go to the land of Kirby to bring you the grudge match of all grudge matches, Meta Knight versus King Dedede. We're going to be fighting this out on PS2. And they're off. Dedede getting the first hits in. Hiller's up to 31%. Dedede up to 76%. Hiller's up to 42. Dedede almost to the red line. And now over the red line. And here comes the support characters from Dedede. And that's the first stock down on Pocono. Hiller's still sitting on 3, 61%. Oh, and a little tap dancing on Dedede's head right there. Pocono's up to 36, 30, 41, 48%. And they answer back, getting the Hillers up to, 85% now. And there we go. A drill attack brings it to almost perfectly even until Dedede got us up to over 100%. Dedede just under the 100% mark. And now over. Oh, and there goes the Hiller's first stock. 2 stocks all. Dedede sitting at 123 in the damage. Hiller's trying to drill to that shield break, but didn't quite get there. Little bit of confusion on the Hiller side. We keep on expecting Dedede to drop like a rock. Dedede up to 163. Up there's the Dedede drop. Hiller's up to about 50% on 2 stocks. Make that 60%. Dedede at 163% on their 2 stocks. And launching us up. Hiller's up to 83% on our 2 stock. And Dedede up to 172. Oh, and Dedede down to his last stock. Hiller's got 2 stocks and 83%. Dedede 1 stock, 23% at the moment. Oh, and whirlwinded right into Dedede's hammer. Hiller's up over 100% now. Still got it 1 stock up on Dedede. But whenever it comes down to the last stock, it's anyone's game. So it's always good to have a stock in the pocket. Hiller's still trying to get in on that last Dedede, but they are playing defensive. Just bringing the Hillers up slowly but surely with small little chip attacks. Oh, and that brings Hillers to their last stock. Dedede sitting at 77%. Can the Hillers finish it? As Dedede is approaching the red line 100%. Oh. And there we go. Still gotta land the knockout punch. But Dedede should be primed and ready for completion. Hiller's sitting at 10%. Gonna have to put a little damage into them before they're in any form of threat. Dedede up to 130% at the moment. And that almost launched, and nope, still not quite enough distance on the launch. Up to 163. Oh, Meta going off the edge, and Dedede was unable to grab the ledge. Round going to Meta Knight.
Choose your fighter.
And here we go. We're going to have the same matchup on Kalos. And they're off. Let's see who makes the first hit. Hiller's getting in the first hit. DDD up to 9%. 20, 24, 26, 29, 34. 54 now. Hiller's coming out of the gate aggressively. DDD up to 86%. Hillers have yet to take a scratch. 95, 104. And 107, and that is a stock down on DDD. Hillers still absolutely fresh. 3 stock, 0 damage, as they are coming in like a man on a mission. Oh, DDD getting in the hits and coming back into this fight. Hiller's up to 51%, 3 stocks, as we are getting DDD up almost to 90% here, over 90%. Oh, and a spike takes down the Hillers. Stocks are even, though DDD is sitting at 106. Little tap dancing on his head, up to 130%. And that should be enough to launch. Hiller sitting at 9%, 2 stocks. DDD fresh, but 1 stock remains. DDD making good use of items to take control of the zone at the edge while he was trying to get back on. Meta Knight going up to 85%. Both fighters are teasing each other out here at the moment. DDD still on a final stock, sitting at 129, making his recovery. Hiller's almost at 100%, 2 stocks remaining. Oh, and that spike ball caused a bit of trouble on the recovery, but the Hillers made it through and took down the final stock. Hillers taking that round. As we come up to the 4th round of this whole thing. Pyramithra v Falco coming at you at Battlefield. Hillers running Falco. Pocono Mountain running Pyramithra. While we're waiting for the round to start, I would first like to thank our opponents at Pocono Mountains for allowing us to start early so we can try to dodge some of the weather that is headed our way. And a warning to all of you out in the Hiller viewing area, we are still, I believe, looking at... I think we might have actually gotten through it. Looks like the tornado warning has cleared, but still be careful out there as extreme weather conditions can exist in the Washington area. Both sides get a little bit of damage on each other as they're feeling each other out. No major moves happen just yet, though. And Pyramithra up over 100 and stock down. Falco sitting at 50% as the first real exchange of this fight just commenced. Both fighters not as cautious as they started the round as Falco gets put up over 102% as he comes in on Mithra sitting at 80 or 48%. Call that 56%. Hiller's currently holding the stock advantage 3-2. And hello to the new viewer who I see just jumped in. Hello, hello. Currently, we are Hillers. Hillers have 2 rounds. Pocono Mountain has 1. This is a best of 5, so if the Hillers take the next 2 fights of this round, we'll have the win. Otherwise, we'll go to round 5 and watch as the end of the match goes. Both fighters still just absolutely in the sky with their totals. Falco just coming back from the edge of oblivion. Pyramithra was not so lucky. Falco down to 2 stocks now. Pyramithra down to their last at 31%. Falco trying some off-stage hijinks. Pyramithra dodging out of all of it. Pyramithra sitting at 84%. Falco just getting beat up to 60%. Hillers still have 1 stock over Poconos right now, and that will be the spike to end it. And we're going to have some character and stage select, and we may be coming up to the last match of this game. go. Pocono sticking with Pyramithra. Hillers change to Incineroar, fighting on Final Destination. And they're off. First strike going to the Hillers, getting Pocono Mountain up to now 32%. Pyramithra getting hit up to 90, 110%. Still recovers. Oh! That off the ropes, off the stage. Incineroar almost at 60% as he brings Pyramithra back up to almost 30. Pyramithra throwing some heat, bringing Incineroar up to 91 and off stage. Stocks have been equalized. Pyramithra up to 74% as the Hillers climb to 60. Both fighters at 2 stock at the moment. This is still just about anyone's game. Pyramithra just missing out on the recovery there. Hillers 2 stock, Pyramithra down to 1. And there is a savage combo that wasn't quite able to carry Pyra to the ground. Stocks have been equalized. Oh, and an SD from the Hillers. We're going to go into round 3 on this.
Choose your fighter.
And Hillers going back to Falco. Pocono staying Pyramithra. We're headed to Town and City. This is the last round of this matchup. If the Hillers take the win, that's the game. If Pocono Mountains takes the win, we're into the final of the rounds. All right. Pyramithra up to almost 100%. Falco getting smacked to 62. High-flying action, but back to the ground. Falco brings Pyramithra up to almost 140%. And let's make that 150. And there's the spike. Hillers up one stock. Falco looking pretty hurt at 78%. One power hit from Pyramithra could take the stock from the Hillers quickly as the Hillers start working Pyramithra back up the damage tree. And there is the second stock down for Poconos. Hillers sitting at 3 stock. Poconos down to just 1. Falco, however, has almost 100% damage, and the next sneeze could send him flying. Falco ticking up to 111. As they are trying to land a good hit on Pyramithra. Falco up to 136. Still trying to get some work done on Pyramithra. And there he does go to some work, getting her up to, looks like 80%-ish. Hillers up and out. First stock down. Hillers down to 2 stocks. Pyramithra at 1 stock. 79%. 78. Yeah. Or almost 80-ish. Let's just call that 90-ish. And 110 and gone. Hillers taking the win there. And that should be the end of it, folks. Hillers winning this 3-1 versus Pocono Mountain. Again, I'd like to thank Pocono Mountain for starting early today so we could avoid a little bit of inclement weather. Everyone out there in the viewing area, please stay safe. And we will catch you back tomorrow with some Mario Kart.